Hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Randy4short or Randy4short, and in this video I am going to be giving you a update on how my calligraphy planner is going, the Love Letters 2021 planner by the Happy Planner. So I know quite a few of us planner babes got this planner, and I just want this to be kind of like a placeholder where I check in with you guys, see how your journey is going, share with you how my journey is going, and so you just chit chat in the comments. So before I go into the tips and my journey so far with this planner, I wanted to let you guys know what I'm doing in the video so far. So if you notice, I did wrap washi tape around the ends of my pens, and I had paused for a second there because I thought I was using the hard tip pen because the washi around the end, I use like a brown washi, so I thought that was the hard one, but I'm actually using the soft tip pen. And it's actually kind of hard for me to tell them apart unless I'm like really paying attention, because one of the pens is blue, and then the one that actually looks black, it is actually a very dark green if you hold it up to the light. But yeah, so it's not black, it's dark green, but the ink in both of the pens is black. So but yeah, you'll see me unwrap the washi tape from the end of the two pins and switch them because, like I said, what I'm using right now is actually the soft tip, and I thought I was using the hard tip. So what I'm doing is I'm practicing my strokes. That's what I have been doing in this planner. I know there are plenty of different challenges and like instructional courses and things like that right now that people are using for this planner, but I just wanted to stick with the things and the teachings of the planner. So just to make this planner a little bit low maintenance for me. So I did make a video about how a planner can be low maintenance, high maintenance, things like that. And if you want to watch that video, I'll link it up in the card so you'll know what I'm talking about. But if I had gotten a course, this planner would have been high maintenance for me because I would have had to watch the course in order to keep up with what was going on in the course so that I can even use this planner. So that's why I chose not to use any of the courses. But I know for sure there are some courses out there that is really popular right now. I didn't want to do all that just for the reasons that I stated. So as you can see right here, I'm switching my washi tape. So the first one I used, of course, was the soft tip, and now I'm going to go back in and practice my strokes with the hard tip. And then once I flip the page on the back, I'm going to do what I intended to do initially, was to use the hard tip Fudenosuke and then go in with the soft tip. Which brings me to kind of like my journey so far with this planner is with these pens. So both of these pens that I'm using, I bought in a dual pack from Amazon. If you're interested, the link is always in the description. But I got the soft and hard tip Tombow Fudenosuke's, and I think they're actually pretty good. I watched a couple of videos before I started using this planner on which one to start with because I was going to use the one for beginners exclusively. And I think I saw a video that said the hard tip was better for beginners. And I can see why they said that, just because the hard tip, I like to use that first when I'm like first starting on a stroke or a letter or something like that, because with the hard tip, excuse me, it allows me to practice one, and then it allows me to practice my control on how thin and thick my strokes are. So I like to go in first with the hard tip pen, and then basically for instant gratification, I like to follow it up with the soft tip pen, just because the soft tip pen, it has a thicker downstroke. Like you can see the variances in your strokes better. So both pens gave me a pretty good thin line on the upstroke, but the downstroke using the hard pen, it just wasn't satisfying because one, I had to put a lot of pressure on the hard tip pen when I was doing the downstrokes, and that kind of made my hand hurt after a while. So definitely give yourself some breaks in between like every couple of minutes or so, because this will like put pressure on your hand, or at least it did with mine, and my hands got tired quick. So I definitely gave myself a break in between, like if I was doing, like especially this page, you guys don't see it, but I did take like quite a few breaks in between these, because trying to do all of this in one setting, it took me an hour to do this. Like I know this is a very short video, but it is sped up. And it took me an hour to do this video, just like practicing all the strokes and things like that. So back to the soft tip pen, I just had instant gratification using the soft tip pen, because again, with the hard tip pen, there was no real difference between the upstrokes and the downstrokes. So, but when I used the soft tip pen, I felt like I was actually gaining progress. So that's why I like to use the hard tip pen and the soft tip pen. But when it comes to the strokes, I would say for me, I like practicing the strokes more than practicing the words, just because practicing the strokes gives me an understanding of how to actually put the letters together. So for example, initially when I was working on January at the top there, I had to look at the page, the planner where it's showing you the different strokes, and the different colors is a different stroke. So practicing the strokes rather than trying to do the words or like the whole letters, basically kind of like, I don't know, deepened my understanding of how to do words. So it made it a little bit easier once I turned the page over and started practicing words. And then if you can see the R on Randy, it's not really pretty. And like the R in January, they're not really pretty, but you're going to see me flip through this planner to figure out how to write a S and basically a R, like how I'm doing right here. I'm going to flip to, I think, the February tab, or no, I'm going to look down in the, find the page that lets me practice the S's and the R's and whatever. So I flipped through, and then I noticed as well that I was doing my D's wrong. My D's are supposed to be a combination of a O stroke and a cinder stroke, if I'm not mistaken. And don't get me wrong, I'm not an expert at these strokes yet. I literally have the planner open to the February tab that shows you like all of the strokes. So that's the only reason why I know the names. But back to the video. So practicing the strokes gave me like confidence to deviate from it. So like I said, I was doing my D's wrong. When I flipped through the planner, I did notice that like the way they said to do the D, but instead I chose to do the D as an oval stroke and an I stroke. So basically the T, which is a longer version of the I stroke, that's how I wanted to do my D's. So that is what I'm saying when it comes to practicing the strokes over like a letter or a word, because you get a deeper understanding of how to use it, or use the strokes in order to come up with your own style by the end of this planner. At least that's my goal, to understand how to do calligraphy as well as come up with my own style that is unique to me. And speaking of unique to me, I'm definitely in that season, or getting to that season, where I'm really like, I don't know, it's like annually I'll lose interest in a planner if it's too high maintenance or if it's not meeting my needs. And all the planners that I'm using right now are definitely meeting my needs. This one I did have to make some tweaks to halfway through January. You'll see it like if you pause the video when I flip through the planner at the very end of this video. I had to, I'm not going to say redate the planner, but I had to adjust the dates. So this is a Monday through Sunday weekly planner, like you have your monthly calendar view and everything like that. But in the weeks, you have 7 days to practice. But I typically don't do this planner or any other habit that I'm trying to build on the weekends, just because my weekends are dedicated to making YouTube videos, editing them, and I'm trying to get a lot done in a small amount of time on the weekends. So typically I don't do any habit building on the weekends. So with this planner being dated for weekends was problematic for me because I'm a completionist. I don't like to leave blank spaces. I like to keep up with things, or at least feel like I'm keeping up with things. And having this planner dated to the weekend was like, it became problematic for me because I will flip it open while I'm on my break at work to do Monday, and I would notice that, you know, the previous week wasn't finished because I didn't do the weekends. So what I did was I basically whited out the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday dates on the weekly spread. And on Mondays, I will go straight across. So like Mondays and Thursdays section, not Thursdays, Mondays and Fridays section, I would use that whole entire space across both of the pages in order to practice my strokes. So on the left-hand side, I will practice with one tip. So I think I'm practicing with the hard tip first on the left side of the page. And then on the right page, I go back in and I practice the same strokes with the soft tip pen. So, and I would do that Monday through Thursday. So the little section at the bottom right for notes or whatever you want to do, that's blank. I use that section for Thursday. So on Thursdays, I get a little bit less practice, but it's okay because by that time, I'm just like, you know, I think I've got a pretty good handle, like practice wise on the stroke. So you can never have too much practice, I don't think, but I think you guys know what I'm trying to say. So that's basically how the planner is going. That's my tips and what I've experienced and the things that I have adjusted so far. Oh, and when I flip through the planner in a little bit, because we're coming to the end of this video, I did pop in my classic size filler paper for this planner, and I was going to actually practice Monday through Friday, but I thought that was good enough, just practicing Monday through Thursday instead of Monday through Friday. So I made the last minute decision after I was done with this video to just take those classic pages out and put them in a planner to use at a later date. So yeah, so just Monday through Thursday practice. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give the video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if it feels right, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.